So I've heard a rumor that there's a beast of some sort that a young girl has seen. I don't know how factual it is. Should we go inside to see if anyone's heard of this beast?
A beast of what sort? How did they describe the beast?
I forgot what he said it was. A specter. A ghost.
Well, I do remember being young myself, and seems like a far more types of situations like that befell me then than they do now. But it may be worth a second look after we at least dig up some information at the city hotbed. Shall we make our way?
I'm gonna put the chicken on my shoulder. His name is Smog now.
So we make our way over there. It's right across the road, correct?
Yeah. Walk out. You see it. It's a dirty tavern. Broken glass window. Rain.
As soon as I get out into the sun, I just make some gestures, draw some shapes, zen for a second, and then make my way across.
Okay. So, y'all walk in.
I can't help but feel like we had like a very nice lead-in to this campaign, and rest it all shit on. Dislocated
It's
wrists.
very nice.
Hold on, y'all.
We all just woke up at one place together. And was like,
Yeah,
He's on a mission for his patrons.
I gotta get my stuff somehow, but I don't know if they just like threw me in there and like, what are we gonna do with this stuff? Throw it in the hole. I'm just like cleaning rust off of my weapons
I
and.
just like the idea of somebody like opening the hole, like, all right, I guess we can go get them. And
Like 5 minutes later.
They just hear like a.
The construction team's gonna be here like Tuesday to like fill in that hole that's in there, but we don't figure it cause any trouble now.
Right across the road from Swing Sword and stands the ramshackle 2-story tavern. Rusty metal grills with the small dirty windows, so it's broken. The tavern name's run down, dirty, squalor.
Seems like my kind of place.
Atop the sign is a rusting, oversized adornment. It's a warrior bucket helm with 2 islets, so it's basically a bucket just with this islet cut out. As you walk in, very dimly lit. It's wood panel tap room, open tread, wooden floor staircase to the upper floor, no handrail, just a wall on the one side. Across the back of the tap room is a long bar with 3 copper candle lanterns hanging over it, and a stairwell. You see visibly it's raised door over it. You assume it's a stairwell. Okay, what do you do?
Make note that it's probably a good thing we have Crom with us.
Picks up roll, breaks it up.
We have the big man.
That is fair.
I would like to approach. You said there was a bar with a barkeep.
Yeah.
Right there. I'd like to approach and buy a drink. Just an ale.
Pours your nails, that'll be 2 copper. Friend.
I throw him 2 copper. And I'm gonna ask him if he's seen any earth generosity roll through. I was about to say because
So you know what? Drink a little bit. Let the alcohol take hold of some of the constitution of the rest of my patrons, and if they've seen it, their lips will listen.
thanks for the advice.
As you glance around, you see about several people there. 4 dwarfs, a couple humans, and a halfling. None of them really exhibiting any signs of drunkenness yet. It's only, by this point, it's probably 7:40 in the morning.
Alright.
Very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take it long.
I'll relay the information to them. Barkeep says once the liquid starts to flow a little bit more, that lips tend to loosen.
Seems
He overhears you relaying the conversation back to him and said it might be best just to come back around noon. He said these dwarves are pretty stout-hearted.
Carl, make dwarf talk.
And he just booms over there. You mean don't want to make nice with this gentleman, do you? And they just kind of grunt and keep drinking.
Carl, make dwarf
Some of
talk.
them are playing dragon chess.
What about with the promise of a round? All round. On our behalf.
Roll persuasion.
Well, that's going to be 9.
Roll 9.
Yeah.
One of the dwarves just pops back on one of the wooden chairs. It's going to take a lot more than one round if you want any information from us.
Carl, make dwarf talk.
What about the promise of
Roll.
9 and 6. It's 15.
Okay. How do you intimidate it?
Dwarf talk now!
Okay. The other 3 dwarfs just stand up and advance, pull chairs up closer to the other dwarf, and he turns around, sits back where his chair facing you, and just gives you a stern look. And then the others pop knuckles.
I believe what
And the tavern guy just starts laughing.
I believe what
Slam
my
my fist through the
compatriot
table.
Roll another intimidation check.
20.
Just
Slam your fist on the
starts
table.
very like,
Shit,
alright. So I'll tell you what. First that round.
I approach the barkeep and I say,
You're gonna pay for that.
excuse
You're
me,
gonna pay for that table. This isn't the swinging sword. I'm not doing deals with the enclave over here.
sir, I'm sure that we can discuss
Get out.
at the table.
He points to you. He's like, get out.
Sir, just a moment of your time, please. I would like to cast a different light on the situation. Now, as it were, you have what seems to be regular customers that populate your establishment.
Thankfully, I do. Until someone
Yes.
comes in here breaking on my
Yes, of
Furniture.
course. But
nowhere for them to sit.
may I
How much does a table cost?
hang on.
5 cop.
May I also
Sentimental.
suggest
say 9 cop.
that
Silver.
the regulars that pay for your establishment also might be a tad bit of a hindrance to the growth of your overall bottom line, because they tend
It's
to.
all the other dwarves and the halflings and humans and all are just kind of like staring at me. Is this guy serious?
And I can't help but to wonder if having things shaken up a bit might not be the first step in possibly resetting the whole nature of the atmosphere in here.
And the dwarves just start slamming glasses down the table.
And I believe
Throw them out.
I believe that
Throw them out.
I want to slide the barkeep a gold and just be like, keep the drinks coming, fix your table.
All of them roar, stand up.
all right.
Dwarf talk now.
So you made me happy. So they're obviously very happy. As you were. The dwarves ready to talk. So you sit down. The dwarf said, rubbing his eyes at, I hear talk that there was a what you come in here asking about specifically? Just gossip. Or
I asked specifically about Earth Genasi pirate.
And did y'all say anything about just gossip or just about fire?
Yeah, if you guys want to ask about,
Yeah, we haven't asked anything.
yeah, they hadn't asked anything yet. It was all me.
Okay, he just said, I haven't heard about any Genasi elementals of that nature anything floating around here. He said, but I can tell you, we saw he glanced over him, an orc skull pinned to a tree some ways off. Said it seemed to be wrapped in some parchment. Said, in the way of gossip, that's really all I've got for you. I mean, nothing new's going on, blowing through here in quite a while.
What about any tales of, what was it? Specters?
No, it seems to me that I have actually heard something about that from the old crazies that murder the youngsters run down boarding home.
Murder what?
Mother, you got lunch? You got lunch? Okay. I can't remind you. YALANTCA. He said, but those cops are all crazy. He said, you can't listen to anything they said. One day it'll be a ghost, and the next day the home will be infested with 3-headed rats. I'd take anything from them with a grain of salt. Where'd you come by this information?
I happened to acquire a chicken from them, and a young girl told me.
Well, by all means, if you found a talking chicken, it gave you that kind of information. You go right ahead.
The young girl that was playing with the chickens gave me the
Minnie's
information.
girl?
Yes.
You listen to the little girls. Or are you Dragon Ball?
Truth comes from the mouth of babes.
Very well said. Ah! They all lift up a glass and drink. And, you got it?
Did they say where?
If
the
you're
orc
looking
school-
for the mother's boarding home,
Yeah.
I want to take this road north right as you leave here. Make your first right, and it'll be the first building on your right. Second building on your right.
So the first
Here you
or
go.
the second building on the right. That is.
Yeah. Second.
All right.
Bad sign when your barkeep gets the hiccups.
No, it's the door.
What about
It's the worst sign.
the whereabouts of an orc skull wrapped in parchment? I was trying to get some bearings for whatever we decide to do.
It's about 20 miles north of the long road.
Well, it's neat. It's like listening to a movie. Like one you can't see. You just like fall asleep.
You may or may not come in tonight, depending on what they
So
do.
you mean,
They got 2 adventure hosts right now.
so what you're saying is it's like listening to someone read a book?
Kind of like when you just like fall asleep and like there's 2 or 3 seconds where the movie's
Well,
still
to
playing.
be fair, I feel like you might watch movies blindfolded at this point.
Yeah.
The bartender's cleaning the glass. He said, point of interest. See, that's an old dwarf still. Dwarves, they live to be about 400 years old. He said, seems like I heard my grandfather talking about that same story.
The orc head?
Yeah. He said, a few centuries come and go, and we'll have more people talking about that. Black skull hanging on the tree. About the turn of every century. And one of the dwarves says, about maybe for the last 400 or 500 years, come to think of it. He's a grizzled dwarf. He's about, must be 300 years old. You discern that he's,
Yeah.
hyperbole, but been hearing about it for a while. There might be a dire warning. Just looks you all dead face. Do what you will with it. So I have to walk down a large path.
And what would something like that reportedly
About 4.
be trying to warn us?
About 4 miles east into the hills. If I find them, I stay away from it.
Suppose that's fair.
That's what you do with dire warnings. You heed the warning. Downs the drinking. Eventually, barkeep comes, refills it.
Investigate. Yes, I guess the girl's tale about a ghostly specter.
The orc's head on a tree sounds much more interesting and likely.
I would tend to agree. But also, I will point out that usually that is the first mistake in most horror tales.
Yeah, Chrome Protect Board.
I feel much better, strangely. Well, if it's
Yeah, roll intelligence real quick, everybody.
I got a massive 4.
10?
8.
Okay, you at this point would think, like horror story genre type thing. No, I do want to stay in the house overnight in this haunted house, you know,
Yeah.
set up for a bad for the tale of the movie. You realize that, you know, this tale's been around for quite a while and had been remedied.
Just don't split the party.
That you maybe might be better to err on the side of caution as opposed to running, diving straight into whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
You think to yourself at the very least before
Gather more
going
information.
down that road that you would run it by the constable.
For now, I say my vote is crazy people.
Agreed.
We can check out another Yolantaka.
Yeah, I'm glad you're trouble pronouncing it too.
Yolantaka. The boarding house. For information, maybe about a specter before we go investigating any major
Tracing
warning
some-
signs of the coming apocalypse.
Yeah. Crazy haunted houses and things like that. Seems like not the type of thing to investigate on the second night in town. So to say.
Yeah.
But I am always down for an adventure. Alright?
Agreed. Besides, we have the ever strong Crom with us.
Chrome go.
Keep feeding Crom compliments.
Alright, so are we going after the old woman and the specter?
I was just, based on what he said, because, you know, obviously out of character.
Right, yeah.
Not trying to metagame. But before we go investigate some, you know, recurring fable of doom.
Yeah.
Let's try and tackle, you know,
Yeah.
small objects first.
As long as we're doing meta, yeah, that's a higher level mission that y'all obviously can walk right into right now if you want to.
Yeah.
But it would exclude him being part of that mission.
I feel like we would need, you know, full party.
But if it's what your characters would do,
Right.
could be walking into a TPK. But Brad will still be alive.
somewhere.
Hey, so I'm still alive.
You don't know that.
Meta wise, I'm still alive.
We get to the specter and find a crumpled body. In
Yeah, it's just him laying in the bottom of a pit, like just moaning. Oh.
Man, the voice sounds like piss.
Chrome put out of misery.
Alright, so I believe it's settled. We'll chase down the possible specter, and if it is just nothing more than a child's tale, then we know where our fish are to fry, so to speak.
Yes.
Yes. Onward.
I guess
So you've got two leads. You can either go to the boarding house or who's being spoken to.
Yeah, they
think
told
it's
us
you
it was
that-
6 miles
Yeah,
away.
they told you it was 6 miles. You can go directly to where you think, you know, Pale said, or Minnie said her granddaughter seen it, or was it Pale? What's her-
The dwarves said the story changes every day.
That's for the
for the boarding house.
the black orc thing. Yeah, and then he was referring to the specter being something that those people
Boarding
from
house
there.
lies a
So,
lot.
two leads on the little girl's story is that Mango Beer Lawrence bakery. The grandma told you that she didn't tell anybody who would listen. Told him, and the dwarf said about the same story that you just said.
The boarding house.
Yeah, the boarding house that they gossip about going on like that. But you hear all kinds of wild stuff. So
Let's make our way to the boarding house.
Yeah, it's closer,
Yes.
right? I'm assuming it's in town.
Let's roll an investigation for where it's at.
no, just for brevity, y'all walk around town.
Yeah, because he told us where it was. North, first right, second building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So y'all turn the corner, you find it. I read my page.
RP.
Sadness. So you find it, you go in, I guess. So you see it. It's a three-story
I wanna hear
dilapidated building. It's a boarding house. There's balconies on every floor. Think like New Orleans. type style. As you walk in, it's a very creaky floor as you walk. Every footfall answers you, and they snake around corridor after corridor, small rooms. You do.
I bounce a little bit on the floorboards, taking note of the squeak. I suppose we should try to find somebody to talk to.
Maybe the patron of the boarding house.
Is there an attention bell, maybe?
You see people, this is kind of like nursing style home. There's a bunch of old people in there, commoner guards, some rocking back and forth, some sprayed out hair, and Mother Lantha turns the corner.
Ad lib.
Yeah, no kid. You see a female, human woman, short hair, expressionless face. Can I help you?
Yes.
Are you here to shut us down? Are you new residents? I can't take on any more charges. I'm up to my eyeballs.
No.
The people to take care of.
It's nothing like
I
that.
think it's okay if they just come by and drop off their elderly.
Well, you do have a very kind and considerate face. I can
I'm sure I can
imagine
Oh, good.
people's minds.
Dead and facing.
No,
Her
we're
lip starts to quiver and she turns around. She turns back facing. What do you need?
we're looking for somebody in particular. It would seem that there's a possible direction in a case. that
Stop eating that pillow. Stop eating the pillow.
She tastes like chicken.
Excuse the interruption. Do you happen to what is the woman's name?
Was it like a baker or something? Is that what we were looking for? I didn't write that down. I just wrote down Mother Yolantica.
I don't remember him giving
he didn't
old
give a
grandma
name.
name. I don't remember you asking for a name. You're just like
Yeah,
chicken.
you know the grandma's name.
Yeah, you heard from the door. They chimed out or somebody chimed out the grandmother's name was Minnie. That's Minthra Mandy That's Meta. But you know her as Minnie.
Yep.
Anybody else out there for this one at the bottom?
You know Minnie.
Yes, Minthra. I know her well. Why?
It would seem as though she has a bit of information that we're interested in. Is there any possibility of speaking with her?
I suppose just head south of the long road. She and her poultry shop are second house.
Okay.
And you in town.
Any of your other residents possibly have anything interesting that they like to gossip about? Any reoccurring themes?
They won't stop talking to me all day. I'm the only one they can talk to. So she turns around and walks away.
She doesn't seem like she's having a very good day.
She does not.
No.
Well, shall we?
You can talk to the residents here if you want to. There's 2 or 3 halflings. Like I said, very elderly halflings sitting downstairs, and this is a full perception. Go ahead, everybody.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Oop, I see that. Where'd that go?
Oof.
Move here.
18.
This place looks like it holds
10.
the refuse of the place.
Yeah.
And you think that the dwarf's comment had a little merit, but if it came from here, you probably might not be able to trust it.
Right.
Yeah. You can do what you want to with that. If you want to follow the little girl's lead, you get the idea that you won't find anything here, but you can pick it clean if you want to.
Should we
Just because
go-
you think it's all senility or
Right. Yeah.
There's
mental
no,
disorder.
yeah, there's no merit to what they're saying.
Should
Say,
Go find Minnie.
Go find Minnie. Get more information about where she sees the specter.
I
Well, the
That
grandma
might be-
doesn't see the specter. The little
Well,
girl did.
where the girl sees the specter.
is that calm?
That was bad. Chrome speaks in the third person.
That's how you know Crom is speaking.
Yeah.
Crom only speaks when Crom says he speaks.
Okay, so for brevity, then y'all go in the south. Find a place, you observe the buildings as you go. Kind of talking up some passerbys, and you get pretty much the rundown in place, so you don't give you all this whole map and I'm jumping look over.
Just ripping
If you want to write it,
Yeah.
if you want to take a picture of my key, that'd probably be best. Be the fastest way to do this. If you want to take a picture on your phone of the map, and like I said, here's the key. You'll spend about an hour sussing out any kind of information you can on the area.
I didn't know this.
I can make it to you when you get to it. You wouldn't be able to know it right now.
That's what I thought.
It only takes about an hour. It's a small place to learn. We'll say 2 hours. So by this point, it's what's this? We'll say it's noon. It's 12 o'clock. You've talked up a lot of people, been through here, even went and seen Slayoden in the all-face shrine, seen if anybody's giving up any confessionals. More leaning not so much on the information. You're really at the heart of trying to find out what he's looking for too, and the futility of that, not finding anything about that Ganassi, you just go about trying to at least not walk away empty-handed from the day. 2, see if anybody does know about what Minnie, which is actually named Mithra, you find out. If there's any merit what she says. You find out that she's affectionately referred to as Minnie. She's got a very kindly demeanor. Everybody has nothing but nice things to say about her. She's a kindly old daughter, but she's very sharp. She you won't know that. The granddaughter's name is Pell. That's why I kept pitching that out. You find out the granddaughter's name is Pell. The mother is working over in Silvery Moons and sending back all the money she can because there's not a whole lot left for anybody to do that's reared in this town that until somebody dies and the cobbler dies and his son takes over the shop. And there's not much else we can do, so the granddaughter's left with her grandmother. All 3 of Mithra's children are grown. And you find out from everybody that Pell is kind of weird. She's always got what's that movie with the little girls in the hall?
Shining.
Shining. Yes. That she's got kind of that aspect about her.
She's got the shine.
So, but after all that, you go to the poultry shop if you so choose, or do you just want to head? You think if you know what you know now, nothing but good things about Mithra. Daughter's a little weird. They all put up their tails and are running the streets with the chickens. She doesn't toss out fits like this all the time. So you want to go straight to investigate it? Let it
Yes.
die? Or,
Yeah, straight to investigate.
Okay.
Got all my shitty rolls out of the way early.
Rolls a crit fail.
Yeah.
You might be on deck, Brad. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay, this is a good point for that. Okay,
So we're swapping now?
yeah, fake one. Alright. Brad,
The guy-
How long?
what did you roll last time on your sanity check?
11.
11.
I was 11. Oh, I see
minus
what's
one.
going on, I think. So it's meta. I'm too
It's
coming
on
back.
10 now.
No, if you rolled 11, whatever your actual score is, deduct 1 from it.
Okay, so like, do I
You'll
add?
score for it, yeah. -1, and that'll also change the modifier if it goes from even to
I don't remember if I have a wisdom modifier or if it's just nothing.
No. Let me see. What'd you roll for your sanity score?
11.
11. Okay, so now it's 10. So now your modifier is 0. Oh no! Your modifier is predicated on. Never mind.
I have a +1 on wisdom.
Okay, that doesn't change.
So am I still at a 12 or my base at a 10?
Yeah, that's 10, but you still use your wisdom modifier. So that,
Okay.
that doesn't matter. That's just for
Maybe.
future reference.
Next
It can get worse, later, or it might go back to that.
one just
Alright.
all.
It's 100, yeah, and it's in my pockets.
Just like amnesia, where if I'm in the dark longer,
So you wake up in
water.
no, it's a pit. It's raised up a little bit to a muddy kind of fecalish looking sewered out type of floor with just the water that you suspected at the bottom of the pit, and you can barely, you really can't see through it. It's all dirt brown. You're tied to a slab of wood, elevated at an angle like this.
Oh, okay, so I fell down
You
there.
broke your leg, but it's been doctored. You got
Alright.
splints right here.
Okay,
And so you rolled another sanity check, correct?
no, I can.
Roll another.
9. Or, yeah, it's a 9. Plus wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
10.
So how do you roll? I'll explain the rest of the thing to you. And then based on that roll, you tell me how you act. Your left arm is free from your elbow. With a lot of effort, you can get it back to your head. Turn.
Like scratch an itch.
There's a stand, a podium right next to you. It's got a bowl of putrid and rancid smelling meat, but meat nonetheless, right beside you. And after about, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception. Just 13.
After about 20 minutes, you see a glint at the end of the room, zipping right, and then shortly after left.
A glint.
Yeah,
Light.
after a lot, yeah. Left, right, left, right. Almost like a metronome. So that's the setup. Yeah. Not much you can do.
Anything above me besides that hole?
Look up.
Tied to a plank of wood on the floor.
As you survey the room, you look around, and you see there are entrances into this room, left and right.
Okay.
But not much you can do. For all good it does you to know that as you're tied to this board, you see in the muck of the water, the more solid looking of the water, some looks to be moving around.
I'm just tied to the board. Can I?
It's a circlet. It's tied around your waist, loops back, up over your neck, down through your crotch, over your leg, back again. This arm and this way, free to adjust your elbow.
Do I see where the knot is?
You don't see a knot. What's your intelligence? Roll straight into them.
3. No modifier.
Even with a 3, you assume since you don't see the knot, it's probably behind.
Okay. I'll wiggle a little bit, just the constrained parts of my body without moving my broken leg to see how loose it is, how loose the rope is tied.
You doing that?
Without moving my broken leg, I move the rest of my body to see how much wiggle room I have, how tight the knots, how tight the ropes are.
About like this.
Like that, so I have enough to dance.
So from the time of your awakening, it took you about 20 minutes to see that glint, and from then on, about not shortly thereafter, you see the ground look like it's getting stirred, and now you see rats are kind of picking their head out of the mud, and the refuse just peeling back by its face, and they're surfacing now. You deduce that they're probably smelling that meat.
Okay, I take the meat in my loose hand and I grab it in my hand and whatever rope that's on me, I just kind of like sink the juices and the meat into the rope, and then just kind of sit still in the hopes that one of the rats is going to come and bite through it.
So rats stir around. They're kind of keeping away from you because you were doing this deal. But you say you got real still, so you still, they approach and they're climbing up the podium, and now they're in the bowl, and the ferocity at which they're at it is kind of a little worried. But I see where you're going with it, so you're keeping it at bay. You don't move much.
Yeah, I only like
calm down a little bit, kind of relax in the bowl.
Yeah.
Same that. You notice that glint. It seems like it's getting a lot closer. Like it's steadily getting close.
Yeah.
And you look to the left and right, and there's a track along the wall. This thing is following too. Little wheels as it's moving, not the whole wall, but just a slit, something with whatever that glint is attached to is steadily approaching you.
Okay.
This device, whatever it is.
What do the rats do?
They're still just devouring that bowl.
They devour the bowl.
And some of them are.
How much meat was in this bowl? I want to take as much meat as possible and just sink it into the ropes.
A fistful of your very thin, dainty elbow fingers. So you want to keep reaching in with the rats?
Yeah. I want to, before the rats get in that bowl, I want to grab as much meat, sink it into these ropes.
There's still a lot in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't influence any.
If I have to, I grab a rat and throw it out of the bowl enough to where I can keep grabbing meat.
And you said it happened. You
And
grab
then-
a rat, you throw it. Some of them scatter out. Some of them jump up on your feet at that action of reaching in.
Mm.
And so now they're on there. They're chewing through your ropes.
If there are any more rats in the bowl, grab the rats and put them on me.
Closer and closer. All right, so you grab a rat and put it on you.
Mhm.
It's fine. It's not giving you just a freebie. It's gnawing at your hand.
I grab it I grab its full body, but where it can't move its head, and put it near the ropes. And if it doesn't start biting into it, I'm going to grab that rat's head, and I'm going to start using its forced mouth open to cut through the rope
So now,
with its
as
teeth.
it's approached, you can see that this thing is like a sickle. This,
The
inserted in
pendulum?
It's a.
Must chew faster.
Yeah,
Must
it's
chew
a device
faster.
Yeah.
It's holding this sickle in there as it's going on a circuit, and it's getting dangerously close to.
Cutting through.
If it does, it's going to cut your sternum.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the rats are spending some time eating. They're chewing on that rope. Roll another sanity score to see how you're reacting to this thing approaching.
So, I'm on this plank of wood. It's on a table, or it is a table.
You're on a slab of wood, and then
Okay.
the podium beside you has the meat.
The slab of wood's on the floor, or on the table.
Think table. It's like the stretching base. You're just it's got like a control base thing. You know what I'm talking about? It kind of stretches you. Stretches along the base.
Okay, so
you're at
there's-
that angle. It's an apparatus. It's
There's
an
no
actual
chance of
device.
flipping this table from rocking.
Nope.
Okay. And you said do what?
Closer.
It's getting closer.
Yeah.
Uh,
I said roll sanity. See how you
roll
react.
sanity to noticing that it's a pendulum coming towards you.
How
3!
Three.
Again! With no modifier. Or 3 with
how is
whatever
the,
it matters.
How is this like the sickle like?
It's going right.
When you say a
left.
sickle, are you talking about like a grim reaper's?
Yeah.
The pendulum.
Yeah. And it's swinging like this.
No, it's not swinging. It's physically, laying horizontally coming at him, and a device that's on the track of the wall coming at him.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure
Not
out.
necessarily the shaft of it, just the blade end of it is currently taking that track.
Just trying to figure out how you can like.
Okay, well I got a
So he's leaning
3,
like this, and it's going to get a stern.
Oh, okay.
so a 4 with the wisdom modifier. So I was at a 10 already. Do I drop
No,
another?
you don't now. You don't drop this.
Okay.
Now you just roleplay how you're reacting to this thing, to that type of thing.
Fuck. I look down. Do I notice like I'm making any progress by like the rats cutting through ropes, or me using my rat knife teeth to cut through a rope?
Yeah, you're making headway.
Okay, I speed up from my noticing of a blade coming towards me. Like, can I roll a dex check for speed, or
Yeah, I guess for
for speed and dexterity with my hands in sawing motion?
would that be dex? What is it?
I don't
Let me see
know.
what all you have to roll for. Let me see. I will call
It's
it.
going to be a short campaign.
Roll.
Roll a performance.
Performance
Yeah, roll dex. I think would be the
Yeah.
best modifier to use.
16. No modifier.
Alright. 16. We'll just say you grab some more meat and put it in the frayed ends of the rope and try to get it at the heart of, less cord to this rope is going to be easier to break through. So you're wanting as many rats as possible now at this weakened part. At that point, as you lather some meat right there, the sickle isn't close enough to get your sternum, but it slices at your hand as you go back. Roll D3 real quick.
D3.
Here you go, D3.
2.
2. You 2 hit points damage.
2
Not on top of the other one you took. Restore at full health because you took the equivalent of a long rest.
Oh, okay. So I took.
You would have been max health and now 2.
Okay, so I'm at 10 still though.
Okay. After it slices your hand, the rats keep going, gnawing at that thing. With the ferocity, it's kind of scary, but some of them are crawling up to your face and nibbling at your face.
How deep
your
did-
cheeks. One was biting your lip. You're getting kind of worried.
How deep did it cut through my hand?
Not much.
Bleeding?
You can't see bone.
Okay. Can I?
You can't see bone.
Just then, the rope snaps, and like I said, it was one full piece. As they cut through it now, it just kind of limply fall around your waist. You've got time to react. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
10. No modifier. Or saving throws.
Yeah, saving throw, you should have bigger modifier. It's supposed to be fine.
So dexterity saving throw with my 10 is 12.
Water
As you're fighting with the rope, now both your arms are free, but it's around your waist. You're leaning forward, trying to you lean back real quick, catch your stomach. Roll D6 for damage.
Is that playable created?
6.
16. You push the rats off of you as, like I said, they're intent to eat you now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go roll,
Do I take that 6?
you take 6 damage.
First man to ever be cut back by a rope at level 1.
Roll a strength check with advantage to knock the rats off.
We literally
Roll a lair check,
woke up
strength
with,
check
like,
advantage,
breakfast.
straight dexterity saving throw.
And when
Next
he
time
Twenty.
comes
it's
down
gonna
to his hole, breaks himself.
So
and then
strength
gets
check.
back off with a-
strength check advantage, straight dex roll, no dex saving throw
It
to
makes it better
rats,
in the group
rope,
chat.
get off the table.
He sends him a
So
picture.
I'm rolling 2 times.
It's just a
3
picture
times
of a
because you
big
get
strap
advantage.
on the table and he says,
Rats.
this
So
is
I'm
your
rolling for
beginning.
advantage and then
No
disadvantage.
context.
You roll advantage and then 1 time on
That's exactly
saving
right.
throw for dexterity.
A 2,
Roll again for advantage.
and we take the higher.
He said this because, like, this is your backstory.
And a 6.
No
Context.
context.
With the rats, unable to get the rats off of you, you go,
I was just like,
give up. Rope.
Yeah, rope.
Get the rope, dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so with my dex saving throw, it's 16.
Alright. You get the rope down off your feet, and you fall for it as it swings by you.
It goes like back
There's a
here.
swing and a miss. Starts tracking back. And then as it gets to the back of the room after about 15 minutes, when the door's open.
Oh, good.
Fades away.
It's
Fades
like,
away.
finally.
You guys,
Hey guys, he's dead. He should be dead about now.
add 1 to your sands.